Imagine Britain's economy as a car hurtling down a motorway at full speed. Warning lights are flashing across the dashboard, the brakes have failed, and the fuel tank is running dangerously low. In the driver's seat, you find Chancellor Rachel Reeves with Labour leader Keir Starmer riding shotgun. Both insist they know exactly where they're going. But do they? Or are they leading Britain straight into a crash that will cost us all? The numbers are stark. In August alone, Britain borrowed £18 billion, the highest figure for this month in 5 years. Let that sink in. $18 billion in just 31 days. And over the first 5 months of this financial year, borrowing has already reached £83.8 billion. That's $16 billion more than the same period last year. The Office for Budget Responsibility never predicted such a surge. So how did Reeves and Starmer let this happen? Back in March, Reeves boasted of a £10 billion buffer that would give the government breathing room. Today, that buffer is gone, vanished. What's left is a ballooning debt crisis. And what's Labour's solution? More borrowing, more taxes, more pressure on ordinary families and struggling businesses. So here's the question. How much more can Britain take? How many times can Reeves and Starmer raise taxes before hardworking families simply break under the weight? And if businesses are choked by rising costs, how can they possibly invest, grow, and create jobs? Think about this cycle. Higher taxes mean less money to spend. Less spending means weaker growth. Weaker growth means the Treasury collects less in revenue. And what happens next? More borrowing. More taxes. It's a vicious spiral. Why won't Reeves and Starmer admit it? This isn't the path of a responsible government. Critics call it a deliberate squeeze, punishing the productive just to feed an ever-expanding state. Does that sound like leadership or like a slow-motion collapse? And here's the chilling part. Some economists warn that Britain is creeping back towards the humiliation of the 1970s, when a Labour government was forced to beg the International Monetary Fund for help. Could we really be heading down that road again? Let's pause and look at the scale of the problem. Our national debt now stands at £2.91 trillion. That's 96.4% of GDP. Nearly every pound the economy produces is mirrored by a pound of debt. Servicing that mountain of debt, just paying the interest, costs taxpayers billions more every single month. Imagine the hospitals, the schools, the infrastructure projects we could fund with that money. Instead, it's wasted on interest payments. Isn't that the ultimate symbol of failure? Now, the autumn budget is on the horizon. Reeves and Starmer are preparing new measures. But what will they be? Many fear more tax hikes, more burdens on workers, more obstacles for small businesses. Will this solution actually save the economy, or will it finally shatter the fragile confidence Britain still has left? And this brings us to a vital question for you, our viewers at England. Now, 7, do you think higher taxes are the way forward, or should the government focus on cutting waste and encouraging growth? Share your views because this debate will shape the future of our country. But we can't ignore the deeper issue. The more Labour relies on borrowing and taxing, the more future generations will pay the price. Are we really willing to mortgage our children's future just so today's government can paper over the cracks? Or do we deserve leaders with the courage to face the truth, cut unnecessary spending, and put Britain back on a path to genuine growth? Let's not forget, Britain once led the world in finance, trade, and innovation. Today, under Reeves and Starmer's economic management, we risk becoming known as a nation of decline, trapped in debt, unable to compete. Is that the legacy we want to leave behind? Starmer promises stability. Reeves promises responsibility. But if their plan is simply to tax, borrow, and spend, is that really stability? Is that really responsible? Or is it a dangerous illusion that hides the fact we are sliding towards collapse? Every statistic tells the same story. The national debt rising, borrowing surging, taxes climbing, families struggling, businesses suffocating, and yet Labour insists this is the right path. Can they truly believe that? Or are they just hoping the public won't notice until it's too late? So here's the real choice. If Reeves and Starmer cannot change course, and every sign suggests they cannot, should the people be given the chance to change the government instead? Do we need leaders who will finally say enough is enough, Who will grow the economy instead of draining it? Who will back our businesses instead of taxing them into the ground? Britain cannot afford another 5 years of reckless incompetence. The crash is coming. The only question left is, will we stop it in time, or will Reeves and Starmer take us all over the edge? Sources: Office for National Statistics, ONS, Office for Budget Responsibility, OBR.